Nighthaven, there are going to be much less predictable strategies. I feel like that's where the craziness of a team composition can really shine, is on an unexpected map like Nighthaven. Chalet, you're going to have more traditional setups that people are going to use. The strategies have been refined, and people know what to look out for. But again, if you can find a diamond in the rough, a creative strategy for a map that has been played countless times, then that can often net you the surprise to get you the win. So it's all to play for, and a lot of excitement to look forward to tonight. Okay, here we go. Into match number 1. You love to see the good luck, have funs come out on the in all chat. It's always good to see some nice sportsmanship in these kind of matches. Tensions can be quite high. I know emotions get quite high during these kinds of competitions, but it's nice to see that friendliness between teams come out too. And Dokkaebi is our first ban. Do not be ringing my phone. Okay, it looks like we may have a misclick or something going on. We got the got everything paused.
And a pause is in play already. It seems to be it might have been a misplay or a misclick or a sort of a oh.
Okay, it looks like one player doesn't have our Moss software running. Hopefully, we should be good to keep going with the bans. Right, so it looks like there's certainly some information denial on the attacking bans. Dokkaebi won't be ringing up the phones. No access to the isolated cameras inside the map for the attackers, and Desmos also also taken off the board. So you won't be seeing any scans coming out for him. With the final defensive bans of Vigil and Fenrir.
Desmos is one of Jack's favorite characters to play. It seems from his infographic, and maybe that perhaps was a targeted ban towards Jack, as he is known to play his cheeky Desmos.
Certainly. Well, without Vigil and Desmos, Vigil is a bit of an interesting pick. I wouldn't have expected that to be one of the defensive picks, but yeah, we'll certainly see how that plays out into the next rounds.
We are currently on pause, but it seems High Five players have already locked in a very rush shield heavy comp, as it seems.
Yes, certainly. So even though they don't have access to that Dokkaebi to call up all of the defenders and get the audio cue on where they might be, they're still bringing the Lion, they're bringing the Ying. As you say, double shields. We saw shields actually quite prevalent last week. And even the Nomad with her air jabs, which can be incredibly deadly and often embarrassing to run into.
And defense is locked in for Team Bally Boys, going for a mixture of traps and straight defense.
Definitely. The smoke and lesion combination can be very good at staving off those pesky shields. Because if they don't want to continuously take damage from the smoke or from the lesion mine, they're going to have to get out of the area, get into safety, and then pull out the lesion mine. So I think those are two very good picks for a defense against shields.
And I think Velusi is also a wise pick here. We'll see if she can slow them down at the integral spots.
And we can see her putting down some of her area denial devices. Several put down on A side, so it looks like they're going to be wanting to play it quite tight with less roaming. Oh, unless this is a run out we're looking at. It is.
And a run out is ensued. Dude, ow.
Oh, okay, trade. Are we going to see a second run out attempt? No, rotating back over to site. So Unfortunately for Bally boys, that didn't work out quite as well as they were hoping. Oh, what's this? The Blitz
Sample
is
gets a
down.
pick and is traded back by Lion. On tricks. Looking to frag in. They have taken the...
Interesting they put their top fragger on the Monty. We see Jack on there with the diffuser.
3-on-3. As they
We also
approach
have Nomad hanging on the window. Just preparing. We've got a little lull in the action with everybody holding their angles. Oh, but Monty was able to get in and plant the diffuser. Okay, it's going to be a 2v3. We're looking for Malusi and Rook to be able to recapture site.
Both tagged by the shield.
But with this window angle, it's going to be very difficult for them to get across at all.
Especially when they have full information on their presence. We'll see how they deal with this. They get wall bang. That looks like a wall bang by Trix, and
Yeah,
another
that was
pick
unfortunate
with
for Malusi. Yeah, the Lion was able to just spot Malusi through the hole in the wall, and that's why Jack is the fragger. Oh, a little bit of a BMT
incredible gunplay by Jack. Fragger in play. Perfectly placed to give information on the bomb site, and also threatened the kill as we saw at the end last kill. So that worked out quite well, I would say, for Team High Five, despite the early trade on the Ying. But it seems Ying was low on the priority list when it comes to that shield strat, and it seems they will run that again from the initial picks.
Yes, running it again, although trading out the Lion for an ace. I suppose they're looking to get through some of that hard breach now, realizing that might be a problem for them in the future rounds if they don't deal with hard breach. Although there hasn't been any hard breach denial from the defensive team, so Ace is going to be able to throw those in willy-nilly, doing whatever he wants, opening whatever walls he wants.
Yeah, it seems Team Bully Boys are going for a more aggressive defensive approach, where they hope traps and zoning abilities help them sort of deal with the onslaught of Team High Five. And the round is about to begin. We have Capican setting up traps in the first floor, and Team High Five approaching the chalet.
Certainly, we've got a trap-heavy team with 2 operators on the traps. We've got the Oryx to open up those rotates and potentially to deal with those shields, shield operators, because you're able to Oryx dash and knock them down.
Quite a bit of defense on the first floor. Comes R in play.
Yeah, Monty is definitely suspicious of these defenders in Library. Monty gets the pick. Well, that is a good elimination. Down.
That is a big threat on the shields. Gone from the map right now. Oryx being picked off. Tragedy for Bally Boys. We'll see how they deal with the rest of the attack. Seems Bally Boys are still occupying first floor, as Team High Five are making their way in through a second floor entrance.
That finger boost coming in. Actually, now that we see the operators update, it's actually quite a different attacking lineup from last time.
Oh, you are indeed correct. There's one shield now with a lot of supporting roles, trying to get.
Blackbeard. His shield might not be as strong as it used to be, but it still can certainly tank a hit.
Ooh, Claymore claims one of the defenders, and now it's left to a 3v5. It's looking quite dire for Team Bally Boys, as they will have to stop multiple attacks from multiple angles. Pick by Picks helps the team. We'll see how this continues. Team High Five approaching very slowly, closing in on the sites. Another pick by Young Chip, and a kill by Jack.
That's the fragger we're talking about.
Yeah, this will probably seal the deal here on round 2, unless Capican can pull the greatest clutch of his life. No pressure.
Capican in the 1v4. This is a dire situation. The dire situation
shield.
for heroes. Unfortunate. unfortunate to get picked. You can see our Capcan trying his absolute best to do what he can and to bring back the round, but all is effectively lost in that situation. You really are looking for a miracle there.
Bally Boys back on defense. It seems they might include some anti-breach this time with the bandit pick. But overall, the similar approach where majority of players are going for sort of zoning slash pressure on shields, which seems to be High Five's sort of main approach, is to use that shield as a way to mark players to approach sites without much trouble.
Certainly, certainly. We, as you say, we have the bandit here. We're now in basements as well, so that should be an interesting change to that dynamic. Hopefully the attackers are able to figure out where exactly the bomb is supposed to be. Still got the Oryx for the rotates. Still got Legion for the anti-shields. Warden is an interesting pick. I don't know if they were worried about the Ying that got picked off in round 1. I doubt they would be, so it'll be interesting to see how Warden plays in this round.
We have not seen much flashing action, so perhaps they are anticipating it this time. But as the round commences, we see that they will be approaching from the basement with Ace and Jack on his shield. So it'll be quite a linear path to get to site. So we'll see how Team Bally Boys can make use of this. If Goyo and Legion have set up properly, they should be able to slow down the shield on that entry.
Certainly, certainly. It'll be interesting to see if they get any good rotates in this round, because although it's quite a linear entrance from the garage through to the site, there is that soft hatch towards the back of garage that, if played properly, could end up with a nasty flank towards the end of this round. Switch drone being an absolute menace, destroying the Goyo shield. Those flame pods a little earlier than you would hope, but there we go. Ace taking a kill, and then a refrag comes out. Down to a 4v4.
Crucial pick from the Goyo.
Still holding the angle, but looking to rotate now. Warden still roaming around. With the Goyo with the ACOG on the Vector.
Place himself in a quite flexible spot here where he can rotate back and forth to try to pick off the attacking team. Gunfight ensues. We will see if Team High Five can break the formation.
Quick peeks from this Twitch. Really looking to try and take them out on the long angle. But with defensive ACOGs holding that, it's going to be tough. You're going to want to get that Monty in there. Get the information and the defense.
Jack have in full view of A site, trying to mark out some players, mark out some traps, helping his team deal with said traps. Ooh, and an entry comes in, and a C4 fails to connect.
That is a shame. That C4 could have been incredible for their team, but being spotted so early and being thrown so early leaves it vulnerable.
Jack team rush. He's holding position. Sample gets two picks. Crucial. Bongoyo as well. This is Jack on the field, and he is dead.
Oh, that was such an unfortunate collapse of the offensive team. They got the diffuser down, but all of the frags came out when they needed it the most, and defense will take this round.
Yeah, I see Jack went there for a more information approach where he wanted to sort of inform his team of the whereabouts of the enemy team, but they have lost all the gunfights as he was in back left corner trying to assist his team with the information on the presence of the enemy team. But it seems that maybe if he played more of a defensive role where he shielded his teammates and allowed the diffuser to run through, maybe they could have snagged that win. But round 3 goes to Bally Boys, their first win on defense.
Yeah, as you say, we get the first win. Bally Boys are going to really be happy about that. It's been a little bit rough for them the last 2 rounds, especially after that spawn peak didn't work out in their favor. A trade is still beneficial, I'd say, to a defensive team. But really what you're looking at, especially with a double run out from Garage, is you're looking for at minimum 2 picks. to seal the first round, and losing that could have lost them a lot of morale. So getting in a defensive round is key for them. It is basement, which is traditionally a more defender-sided site to pick, especially on Chalet. But getting any kind of round win, especially when you're 2 rounds down, can be very critical for turning the tides of a match. So it'll be interesting to see how that follows. We did have a player crash, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to wait for them to reconnect. That is one of the Bally boys team. But we can have a little bit of a look at this current composition pick. Obviously, they're able to change that during prep phase, which we need to be a little more aware of. But they are bringing out the Doc, Castle, Malusi, and Kaid, which is a very, very lock the area down type pick. You got Kaid for that hard breach denial, Malusi for the area denial. It can be so difficult dealing with her sonic devices. Castle, obviously, extra reinforcing some of the barricadable spots. Can also be tough to deal with if the opposing team doesn't have the stuff to do it. Although Ace is a good counter to that, having several Selma charges, so should be able to deal with those castles and the hard breach if they're able to get the Cade Claw off. Doc, obviously a great pick all round, able to keep himself and his teammates alive if he plays in such a way. Although you have got obviously the off-site Doc who likes to roam around, self-heal, and frag out. So it'll be interesting to see if Simple is able to get any frags with that Doc.
You could have fooled me with a hostage game, Marlo. This is a very lock down the fortress kind of comp, and seems Team High Five continuing their onslaught with the Monte pick. We'll see if the Shield's strategies will continue throughout, but I assume Bally Boys will be slowly adapting to this strat as High Five seems to go for a repeating strategy of allowing the Shield to take space, give information, and mark the locations of the enemy players as the other teammates go for frags and sort of flanking attacks, trying to pressure the defensive team to have less space on the map. And it's Ash picked for Tricks. We'll see if any fragging will take place with Tricks, blocking Ash. Obviously, the picks can change mid-prep round, but we'll see. If they stick with the shields. I think they will, and I think Team Bally Boys will slowly start to adapt to these menacing shields and perhaps counter with effective strategies.
Definitely. Jack is relentlessly picking the Monty, trying to get as much information with as little risk as possible. As we saw, it worked out very, very well for High Five in the first 2 rounds. They were able to use the Monty to their advantage, get the information, and it was so close to securing them the 3rd round. Monty was so deep into sight, and they were able to get the diffuser down. But sadly, the information was not enough to prevent the frags from coming out from Bally Boys to take that round from High Five. But as you say, we're seeing consistent Monty picks. And Bally Boys are definitely going to need to adapt to that. If they're able to take out the Monty early, it takes out so much of their information. Although saying that, it looks like Trix has switched onto the Monty, and Jack may be looking for some extra frags on the Ying.
And we have a counter shield. Clash comes in for defense.
My goodness, what a pick! What a pick! That is one way to counter the shields with your own defensive shield. Clash, if you can work in synergy with your teammates, can be an insane one-way kill feed. So if they've got that team synergy down, this could be a decisive round for Bally Boys. Bring it back to a 2-2 if they win.
Absolutely, they will need to lock down one attacking side so Clash can freely control and zone the other side. We'll see if that succeeds. Clash is a very, very take space character, and it seems to be a way to try to counter Monty's sort of aggressive entry that came from High Five's team in the first 2 rounds. Bally Boys snagging the first win on defense can help morale and will probably get them more comfortable defending against this very, very dominating shield style from High Five. The game commences in Chalet, and High Five looking to enter from second floor again, perhaps.
Yep, they'll have seen that castle barricade on the double window, and they'll be wondering how they can deal with that.
Especially with two Goyo canisters attached to it. That thing is scary.
That is the castle elite skin, I believe.
Oh, that is the castle elite skin. I thought that was two Goyo things. The dogs.
No, they look just like the Goyo-wise. They do. Maybe that's the strategy. Maybe they're trying to psych out their enemies and make them think that these are going to have some fiery kick when they're taken down. Oh, we've got Ace just smashing at them. Dude, careful. Gotta be careful with those flammable defenses.
JK already in second floor. Seems Clash is in position to try to deal with the oncoming shield player and the rest of Team High Five.
Gotta hope the Clash doesn't get blinded by that beautiful Black Eye shield on the Monty.
Holy, blinged out on Chalet.
Makes me want to open an alpha pack and find that myself.
Makes you want to jump off the window and go ski in the Alps, the French Alps.
Precisely. Well, it looks like the Bally Boys strategy has certainly worked so far. That if you can't beat them, join them, take your own shield into the round.
Ace putting another point of aggression.
Yeah,
on
they
the left
have.
side.
Cade has not done their job and protected their defensive lines. That is unfortunate. Opening up that double wall is going to be catastrophic for the defenses potentially for Bally Boys. But it doesn't look like the fortress has fallen yet.
But Bally Boys have stacked on one side of defense. We'll see some of the High Five team players going around for the flank, trying to dissipate some of this defensive prowess coming in from Bally Boys. The drone coming in, getting caught.
Certainly, this
Ace,
is the
open it
longest
up.
we've had a round go without a single kill on the board. This is very good for the defensive team. They're locking it down. If they can win on time, that is still a win. Clash getting her shield neutralized by the EMP grenade. Are they going to take this opportunity to push? It doesn't look like they will. They are on site,
Young
though.
Tim getting 2 picks!
Whoa, okay, here we go,
Incredible.
here we go. Sparks are flying, bullets are flying. Better keep your heads down, folks.
Those are crucial picks. Trix comes in with a shield pick. And
We also
in
got a pick from the Nomad as well. We now only have one defender left, and they go down.
Those were incredible picks by Ace, opening up the defense, helping his team get in there to get the rest of the kills. It seems even though Bally Boys have chosen one side to attack and pressure, they have sort of spread their attacking and caught a few members of High Five spread their attack and caught a few members of Bally Boys off guard and opened the attack in the last 30 seconds basically. And what a performance.
Yeah, that was tremendous. The time was running out, and it looked like the defensive side, if they were able to just continue to keep the site locked down, they were going to win on time. But no, the attacking side, High Five, were able to pull out 2 critical frags, turning it instantly into a 3v5, and then more frags coming out. And interesting to see that 2 frags came out on the Monty as well. We see having consistently had at least 1 kill a round so far, I believe. The Monty is quite a deadly pick, so we'll have to see if that continues. Well, now on the defensive side, I was hoping that we'd end up seeing something like this. We have a mirror pick. Mirror being an operator that is able to create windows in these hard walls. I think it leads to some very interesting and interactive gameplay. Obviously, the window is able to be popped by the red canister behind them if you've got a Twitch. Unfortunately, attackers do not have a Twitch this particular round, but it certainly leads to some interesting gameplay and can really cause some headaches for attacking teams who are trying to go in through that hard wall. Okay, Monty is already in, being droned in. Pushing quite aggressively. They have their teammates on the windows ready to swing in with them. Now, I wonder if Bally Boys have... I wonder if High Five actually know where the site is. Looks like maybe they're just taking space. No, there we go. High Five have now located the bomb site with the drones. They start seeing the castle barricades and the shield shields coming up from there.
Ooh.
Oh, and Monty is pushing.
Scary
aggressively down that
confrontation
main
there on the
staircase.
stairs. Yeah. It seems now they have look.
Oh, that's
the bomb say they will go for. Oh, Young Chips comes in. Ace. Another crucial pick by Ace.
Yeah, that is a fantastic pick. Doc no longer able to heal himself or teammates. As we have some angles.
And
he's getting another pick.
Young Chip has been pulling through with these picks. Incredible, opening up the game and allowing for his team. And the flank comes in from Sample, who picks up the star player of High Five on the last 2 rounds. Ace is down.
That is a momentum-killing kill right there.
What a drive-by by Sample, looking in to continue the gunfight, reloading his gun.
Absolutely fantastic. Panicking a little bit.
He is in a tough spot.
Now.
With Grim have tagged him now. They have located him now, and they're going to try to pressure him and get him killed. He might be going for a pick before he dies here, and he is off.
Oh, he gets picked out. And then we're left just with the mirror as we had another pick come out as well from the
Grim.
From the Nomad, I believe.
And Trix comes in. Okay, this is gonna be tough. Team Bally boys are kind of
wow. What is that for a final kill? My goodness.
Incredible showing by Team High Five on this attack. Although this seems to be relying on the shield play, they have actually gone ahead and done really well on the fragging side, where those picks are very crucial for them to sort of ease up into the attacking strategy. Monty having little support can be dangerous unless his team can ward off those pesky flanking defenders. And Sample had a good idea to try to come in, drive by, deal with some of the flankers, but he has been dealt with swiftly, with Grim being on the hatch and marking him with his stinky bees.
Certainly, that was a critical moment. And High Five, having drawn their last match last week, they are going to be feeling very happy now with 4 rounds to 1, looking to try and seal up this offensive half. It is very impressive that we see such a domination so far from the offense on Chalet of all maps, which traditionally feels like quite a defensive one. But getting those first 2 rounds, I think, gave them a lot of good momentum. Bally Boys were able to bring it back on the 3rd round. And hey, maybe 3 is their magic number, and round 6 is going to be another Bally Boy win.
High Five opting for a similar strat to every single round they have played, where Monty comes in, gives them info, and Young Chip coming in 3rd time in a row, having the first pick of the game. Incredible by Young Chip, feeling himself in this match. Holy.
Young Chip is doing fantastic, but it does look like they have moved away from shields for this particular round, opting for a more aggressive playstyle with the Ash, the Ying, the Ace. Nomad and the Bees tend to be a little bit less aggressive. It looks like the Bally Boys have thought, well, now that we've had a Roma picked off, we're going to want to be holding this site a little bit more carefully. Cade as well, that is a tough pick. No more Cade tricking that wall and keeping it electrified. If they're able to get rid of that Cade claw, they're going to be getting through the hard breach, no problem at all.
Both players on the Team High Five coming in from one side of the A site, trying to get a few picks, trying to deal with some of the gadgets.
We do have the Caveira lurking around though, and that could be critical for the win on High Five. If Cav is able to creep around and find a pick here on the Ash, potentially, an interrogation could be fantastic, allowing Bally Boys to know that they are facing a one-dimensional attack.
Oh shucks, Trix making a lot of noise. Cav coming in. Cav on the pick.
Oh, does not take the interrogation, but we get 2 frags from the Ying.
Incredible by Jack, getting 2 more kills on the defense side. Cav Sample doing crazy on these flanks.
Sample might be bringing his team back into the victory for this round if he's able to convert. 1 more frag, we get to the 2v2. They have them pinned. What I would be looking for here is for Cav to rotate back and support their teammate on site if they're able to support cross and prevent this. Ooh, an aggressive jump in.
That was
only gets the down, does not get the attack. Cav's looking to potentially drop down on them. We'll have to see. Do they take their opportunity? Ooh, they hold off. They hold off. Here it is. Here's the drop. Oh!
Immediately picked off. A nice stride by Samples, trying to alleviate some of the pressure on his teammates by flanking, getting effective picks. Despite that, his team cannot seem to hold down a site very well, getting picked off slowly.
Well played by High Five on that offensive team. The Nomad stayed watching that hatch, making sure that if the Cav did try a cheeky little drop down, she would get picked off, and she was, unfortunately, for Bally Boys. And now we have the change around. Bally Boys on the attack and High Five on the defense. Let's see how they adapt to the new role of defense and attack.
It seems High Five going for a more standard, sort of expected collection of operators, where they have Mira sort of controlling space and information, while the others protect her with the anti-frags and a bunch of traps.
Yeah, we see a lot of remodeling going on this second floor. That is going to allow the mirror to be even more deadly, as they're able to lock down areas and long sight lines behind those mirror windows. The attackers have no idea when the defender is going to peek, and if they can pick a good opportunity, this could spell disaster for Bally Boys if they are not prepared.
Seems Sample has not changed from his striker pick, and is just opting for pure gunplay to try to help his team take the first victory on attack. Unless the UI is not updated, I see him, on that striker pick. What an interesting choice. He has been doing the fragging on his team, so maybe he's just looking for some clean gun game. Oh, and he opens up the window, looking at Frank.
Well, certainly, the recruit and now striker is certainly more of a viable pick now than it ever has been before, with their own utility that they can bring to the table. It can add to a team composition if used well. We'll have to see if they're able to utilize that additional power well. We almost saw somebody getting fragged there on the outside.
Yeah,
mirrored down.
The Beast getting the first pick on the defense team.
We almost
finding off somebody on frag there. And again, trading in himself for the frag. Yes.
Gets the frag. Those guys do the mastered of frag.
Yeah, the Beast did well by picking up the Mira off the side and have traded himself for another player on the defense team. It's now 3-4 for the High Five.
It looks like High Five are getting a little over-aggressive. I don't think that Mira is necessarily needed to peek out onto the balcony. Frost getting almost destroyed by a frag grenade there. The shield may be gone, but Frost is still on the staircase, able to find an off angle to deter would-be attackers. We get a flash from the... Oh, and another flash on the Frost. She is fighting for her life.
Breaks comes in to get Sample, and Slippy takes care of Jack. It's a trade.
Wow, we dropped down to a 2v2. Frags coming out from all sorts of angles here.
It seems one of the attacking players have been picked up. It's now back to a 3v2, and none more.
Back down to a 2v2. Okay, if these two are able to lock down sight, it could be another win for High Five.
Oh shucks, can they pull this one off? Bally Boys going
the Bally Boys doing something with this.
Ooh, Slippy comes in with a good peek, getting rid of the man with shield beard.
That was beard. Black beard to be precise.
The beard with which is black. Habana looking in for the peak here. Could get a
interesting with the no lean strategy. I feel like if Habana was lean there, she might have just about been able to see the Malusi. Trying to get a cheeky angle there.
Perhaps
4 seconds left on the round. It's got to be frags or nothing now.
Yeah, this is not favorable for Habana. He's opting to stay alive. Perhaps the no lean is due to her love for very fat teammates. Round 5. Or round 8, sorry, begins with Bally Boys going for the attack.
Here we go, and the match point for this match. You do not want to miss this round, folks. We are going to match point. Bally Boys have to pull out 5 back-to-back wins in order to bring this to overtime.
I don't know about that, Matt. It's going to be very difficult. Bally Boys seem to have been quite unorganized on that first
Certainly
attack.
With only round 3 being their victory, and they are saying, for now, well, you like shields. What do you like it when we bring shields against you? They have brought the Blitz, the flashbang shield operator, and he can be absolutely destructive if he is able to be allowed to be rushed in alongside the Ash. We also see the Zofia as well, which we haven't seen all day yet, who can also synergize well with the Ash. It looks like they're switching from Blitz to Monty, and they're bringing a Blitz as well. Slippy switching onto the Blitz, so they're bringing a double shield potentially for this round.
It's a shield party, and we'll see if High Five can deal with 2 shields. I mean, on basement, it helps that a lot of the attacking entry points are linear and sort of stray on. I doubt Team Bally Boys will go for a wall breach unless they can somehow get rid of the defensive Cade gadgets on the basement wall and have a
peek here. Is that going to convert? It doesn't look like anybody's coming down that alleyway. People are cautious of these spawn peaks now. We also see the Zofia switch over to an ace. I suppose they felt like they needed some form of hard breach to get in, but defense have brought along a Cade, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult for the attackers to get the hard breach in. With Legion as well, Legion and Smoke, that's going to be good for preventing the attackers from pushing in, especially with those shields. Malusi as well, helping out with the area denial. The Alibi is an interesting pick, maybe hoping to catch some people off guard, get them detected, and then maybe even a jump out. We'll have to wait and see about that.
Shield Boys are looking for an entry point here before they commit to a side, and Trix logging down this pot of chalet.
Well, the Malusi was spotted there.
Yes, and probably will force him to move, and Inke gets rid of their base.
Yep, Kaid getting the pick on the, was that through the drone hole? No way. Did he die outside the reinforced wall? Let's have a look.
Jack getting the second pick on Sample. Kubik's coming back in on Jack to trade the kill.
Kill as well. Gonna get in and get down.
Field is still marked.
Constantly peeking this staircase.
Yeah, I don't see any easy way for him to approach there, but
3v4 with the shields and the ace, it's not a bad composition to be left with because you're still able to get through that hard wall.
Ubix will need to pull through and be the gunpowder Team Bally Boys need on this attack, because as nice and defensive as those 2 shields are, they still need a bit of gunpowder to get rid of a lot of the people on High Five's side, aiming their guns right at the shields. Scary situation for Succeed. Kubik's coming in for
the ace comes out, gets the frag, refragged off by the Malusi there on top floor.
Crucial pick by Malusi there.
Now it's the 2v3. When you only have shields, this is so difficult. They realistically need to be grouping up and working synergistically with one another to get these kills. But shield and shield. The impact grenade comes out.
Hiding a source target.
Second impact grenade.
They're going for the Malusi pick. Running around.
Malusi getting those toes. You might as well call her Jackal. She is looking just for toes.
The goose situation right now. Marlowe, he's looking for his side to go in. Merry-go-round, trying to pick him off.
Malusi cannot be letting them get close. If they get Oryx knocked down. No, there it is! There it is! And Malusi's down!
It is simply too late. It is simply too late.
No.
GG.
That was a fantastic attempt from the Monty, though. Playing Ring Around the Rosie. But it will be a High Five victory here.
By getting those flanking picks, and Labs should definitely help him maneuver around, go for sneaky attacks, and try to stop the attack from High Five. But Bally Boys beginning the attack this round. We'll see how they perform.
Yes, with the bans coming in here, we're going to have the first attacker ban here from High Five. Who are they going to pick this time? Maybe the Monty? It's a Maverick ban. Interesting. Okay, not deciding to get rid of any of the shields that caused so many problems. Although High Five were the ones able to make use of that. I'll be interested to see if Bally Boys make a targeted pick against the Monty.
Nobody has this match. We'll see if the Monty is targeted, as you said, Marlo, and he
It
is.
is!
Bally boys getting rid of that pesky Monty, saying no more shields.
No more shields, indeed. Your toes are mine. If you want to bring a shield, you got to bring Blitz, and those Tootsies are out more than you would like as a shield player. Moving on to the defense, Bally Boys are going to be picking Mira on the defense. I am personally offended. I love seeing some Mira gameplay, and unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing any of that throughout this match.
Mira, Mira on the wall, you are the most banned of them all.
Precisely, and who else are we going to see on the ban wall from High Five? The Vigil again. Interesting pick. You see, I don't think that Vigil would be a particularly oppressive operator. Certainly not on most maps, but perhaps on a map where people aren't entirely sure of the layouts. Vigil could be sneaking around, being a little goofy boy that he is, and High Five don't want to see any of that.
And with Succeed throwing a poor hygiene accusation on the enemy team, the round commences in laps. Team Bally Boys going in for a straightforward approach with a mix of fraggers and breachers. As well as
High Five taking a bit of an aggressive approach. I feel the Tachanka is certainly an interesting pick ever since his rework. He always used to be quite the meme pick with his turret, but since the rework, he's acted almost like a second smoke on defense, able to fire out those flame charges and provide some good area denial.
Bally Boys locking in their picks with one change to Blackbeard. And the round begins. We'll see how they approach this second floor attack. Whether they can deal with the anti-breach, heavy anti-breach by High Five in order to utilize this Ace's
bringing the Cade
Ace to get
the Bandit, making sure that they lock down those hard walls. They do not want to be breached tonight. And with that outer breach wall, it certainly can be tricky to keep that defended. Already seeing some of the Tachanka flame charges coming out. Bandit is ready to trick. Oh, I love seeing a Bandit trick. Hopefully, they can be successful in that.
Tachanka firing off.
Ready to go.
Those fireballs do not pull health and safety. He is starting.
I do not know if this is OSHA approved.
We will see if OSHA catches us and ends the tournament. But the first pick coming in from the Beast, getting a crucial pick on Young Chip. Incredible by Finka on that.
Yeah, Dokkaebi giving the call, baby, get off my cell phone. And there goes Dokkaebi from the
AK, not having any of that, saying none of that. Trix getting a C4 kill off successfully on the Finka. Dokkaebi Finka duo stopped at that one entry.
Beautiful. Oh, Ash taking half damage there. But Cade is looking weak on 38 HP, but they are opting to hold this aggressively, hold this doorway. I feel like that is going to be a spot that we're going to see a lot tonight. That soft floor above where you want to be putting your hard breach denial. That's going to be a tough spot to hold.
Ooh, spots him with that little pick, but does not get picked. Jack.
Ash getting picked off by Jack there. Seeing the frags finally coming out from the supposed predicted top fragger of the team.
Blackbeard being spotted by the camera is gonna be quite detrimental. It is a 2v4 right now for the attacking team. Not looking good for Bally Boys as the time ticks down to 1 minute. Less than 1 minute even. 52.
Yeah, sub 1 minute in a 2v4. This is gonna be tough for the attackers. They just have to find some frags here. If they can't get a pick or two.
Slippy trying to utilize his shield.
But there is one of our picks, the first one.
Not too bad, Eddie. That shield coming in crucial, helping him get a safe pick without getting a headshot. He will try that again as time ticks down. 30 seconds. There's quite a bit of info on a High Five side to stop this next approach, but we'll see if they can clutch it up. C4 coming in from below.
Not quite close enough. If they if Bally Boys had pushed in a little bit further, that C4 could have potentially picked up the double. Cade obviously having picked off 2 kills this round so far, I believe.
It's gonna be, yeah, coming in.
Bandit behind that deployable shield.
Flippy getting the pick off, but I'm afraid there's not enough time as both defenders are on his ass.
The shield protected Blackbeard there on that final swing, but unfortunately the frags were not coming through fast enough.
In a dire situation like that, I think Slippy did really well by getting his picks, but obviously having multiple teammates down does not bode well for Bally.
Slippy did what they could, but was not enough to win out the round. You see, that is the thing with Siege. You cannot play a 1v5 every single round at this level. That might work in Copper, but we're not in Copper anymore. We are not looking for a single person to carry the entire team. You have to work together. You have to synergize. That is how your strategy is going to work, and that's how you'll be victorious.
We are indeed not Copper, at least Gold, I would say, with the current match grading.
At minimum.
At minimum, at least. Bally Boys not having a good start again. I fear Bally Boys did do a lot of barking and not a lot of sparking.
I've not been bitten as much as I'd like today.
No, absolutely not. Bally Boys will need to find their momentum, find their synergy, get a few rounds in, make this match more competitive. They still can have a at least a tie to secure their top spot in the standings of the tournament.
Now, was that a soft open to have a Cade charge, or was that a soft open so that they can watch later on? I think it was for a Cade claw up there. Oh no, that is to watch the window jump in. What a cheeky little angle there. What the Thatcher Thermite combo, a classic and a staple of early Siege.
Defeating that Cade defense there, opening the wall, is going to be good for Team Bally Boys, but can they get something off this?
Yeah, droned out to get some extra information. I wonder if they're going to be trying to take some topside, but the first death comes in on the fuse from Bandit. Bandit posing a real threat this game so far.
Very, very good pick. Slow down Bally Boys' attack. Gunfight ensues, and a down achieved by the Bally Boys. Yeah, but the picks coming off from high fives as a response, and it doesn't seem to be a very crucial pick at this point. Even though they got Q-Pix coming in with 2 kills there.
That could be a turn of the round.
Confirming his down.
2v5 to a 3v5 and a 2v2.
Incredible, finishing the down and getting a pick by Q-Pix. And succeed following up with another kill. 2v2 now gives them a good chance to a winning round 2.
All right, let's see. Dokkaebi comes out swinging with that Boss G ACOG combo. They still have a minute to play with, and in a 2v2, which goes to a 2v1, Dokkaebi getting the critical kills and succeed, taking the round to its conclusion. We see the first definitive round win from Bally Boys. A nice little bit of ZZZ from Succeed, indicating that they found that round a snooze fest. They took it and shook it.
That was a sleeper, and the big boss gave it a GG for round 2 with that ACOG Dokkaebi gameplay. Incredible picks, incredible finishing by Q-Pix as well to secure his position in that attacking side and help bring back the win. Even though Team High Five started with a lot of good picks early on to slow down the attack, Bally Boys clutches up. Q-Pix.
Certainly. High Five should have succeeded in that round, but sadly for them, Succeed is on the other team, and Bally Boys were able to convert it into a win. The Miracle 2v5 clutch. An incredible set of events that led us to a Bally Boys victory. That has got to be a morale booster for Bally Boys. And they are going to be wanting to keep that momentum going and take this map.
Team High Five come back in with the double Electric Boys again, showing off their great tricking skills, perhaps, to try to avoid Bally Boys' breach. They have brought back a Thatcher and a and the guy.
We've got the Bandit and the Cade both trying to trick these two walls. But what are they going to go for? It looks like they're going to be going for the double wall. Will Cade get the trick?
Oh, no, he won't. Very close, but no cigar. Cade feeling for the second time, too. This is the second time trying to stop this with a tricking. And, oh! An easy kill! Getting in with a headshot. Beautiful.
Good pick. Got the pistol out, but gets taken out by the Dokkaebi.
Almost missed that kill, but came back in with a nice headshot. Dokkaebi coming in to respond.
This is a long angle with the Boss G ACOG versus a Holosight MP5. You're going to be seeing me on the Boss G in that situation. That is definitely more advantageous for the Dokkaebi here. We did see the Thatcher go down as well as the Cade, so no more hard breach, anti-hard breach denial from the Thatcher, but the wall is already open. He has done his job. Not necessary anymore, and then a frag comes out from Legion onto the Fuse, who's getting a little bit overconfident, maybe not checking their angles enough.
Pricks getting the Ash down. Incredible.
Well, that is unfortunate for Bally Boys. They started out this round valiantly, getting that wall open.
It is a repeat of last round. Q-Pix and Succeed clutching up 2v4, picking up the first kill, and now it's back to a 2v3. We'll see if they can convert this one to win as well. It is a similar situation.
Do it once.
We can see them do it again. We will see if the Boss G holding on that long angle is helpful. Succeed has to do a bit more work in maneuvering around this site in order to try to get in.
But
Q-Pix,
this is going to be a huge momentum boost for Bally Boys. The Dokkaebi pull comes in. Are they going to try and take site? It looks like most of High Five are off site currently. Leaving site potentially open for the taking. But will Bally Boys attempt the push?
36 seconds coming in down the clock. We'll see how they will approach this attack.
We've got Castle looking at getting the pick from above. Are they going to see it?
Oh, he is well hidden by the box. He is hitting behind the box, but he is spotted there.
Castle finally trying to get the diffuser down, and they're sticking it. This could be an incredible match if the Castle doesn't get picked. Okay, Castle gets picked, but diffuser is down. Diffuser's down in the 1v2. Chooses the Boss G, gets the frag. A 1v1 with diffuser down.
No! What a sad ending to that round.
Castle converts it.
Q-Pix doing God's work there, but not enough.
What an incredible round. That would have been an embarrassing way to die if you walked out into the Claymore. But yeah, they have plenty of time to get this diffuser diffused. And that is going to seal it for High Five. What an incredible round. The 2v5 clutched into the diffuser down 1v1. And unfortunately, Dokkaebi could not convert that into the win.
Q-Pix showing off his Boss G skills. Incredible work, but it is not enough to get Bally Boys to secure these wins. He has done major work coming in after his team has been picked off, with a lot of pressure on him to perform. He's done quite well for himself, but his team has sort of fallen short from a win multiple times due to early misfortunes.
Exactly. Bally Boys are unfortunately very consistent with having their team be the first one to get picked off. They do not want to be the open frags. They want to be getting the open frags. And if they're able to start doing that, then that is going to allow Succeed to do more fragging as well. And more fragging when the rest of the team is alive, because it doesn't matter how many kills you get. If you do not get that diffuser down, then you do not get the win as an attacker.
An interesting pick here by Succeed. We'll see if he locks it in. And he does, going for the Kali as the anti-breach method, perhaps. From outdoors.
A very interesting pick. Works very differently to the Thatcher. It's much more of a small area, but you do have several additional charges to compensate for that. It is also able to help against the Castle, which is not brought by the defensive team this round.
Indeed. See how this Just how this goes for Team Bally Boys with them having an outdoor attack.
Yeah, holding that door again. You see the Kali coming out. Is the Cade able to trick this properly? It looks like he got it.
He did! Incredible work.
That is one of Thermite's 2 charges gone.
Oh,
the drop down. And they get tricked again. Oh, the final fuse box comes out. And the Cade has no more to give.
Bad news for Bally Boys that VW got his first pick on sample. Incredible first pick here, helps increase High Five's chances of winning. We'll see how Bally Boys are coming from this. Kali looking for a change in position, perhaps to provide pressure from elsewhere. Finka coming in, and ooh, another crucial pick by VW. Wamai coming in here, clutch. Being the offside operator in this case, trying to stop Bally Boys. Again, not looking very well for Bally Boys. The Kali is positioned to go for a long shot, but I doubt High Five have any incentive to peek that, knowing they have the numbers advantage and they're holding their positions quite well. The wall is quite open. Cupix looking in for an approach, perhaps to catch someone off. With a draw on his side to help him scout.
Certainly, but as you say, High Five with the numbers advantage, and very, very soon will have the time advantage, but still goes for the peak. Goes for the unnecessary peak and gets fragged out by the Ying. Could we see High Five throw this round to Bally Boys' aggression?
Think on the other side almost gets the pick there. That was very close. Inke gets his headshot on the Beast. Jack getting another pick on the Kali, and Cubix is left alone again to clutch up this win. Can he do it?
1v4.
Very, very difficult.
Tough situation, but with the magazine size of that gun, it looks like Ying has the potential, but fell for the frost trap. It looked like, unfortunately, for the Ying there.
For a chance.
Well, we move on to round 5, and it's looking like a very similar scoreboard to our last map. Bally Boys got their win on round 2 this time rather than round 3, but I'd like to see them get at least one more round, and I'd want to see them switch up their tactics. I want to see them play a little bit more defensively. We see here that Bally Boys won the second round. Now, admittedly, that was to an incredible clutch play, but what I want to see is Bally Boys take a little bit of a step back, reassess, really focus on making sure that their team is the one to get the first pick, or at least if they get picked off, they have the team synergy to trade that out, rather than giving a free man advantage to High Five.
The dogs are out. Triggs coming in with his castle, barricading a few basic entries. We'll see how this trap-centric approach from High Five goes in this round. No more electric boys, no more breach on this defensive, even though Cubix is coming in with his ace.
Certainly, High Five have seen the breach open and won the round anyway and said, come and get us. We do not even care if you try and hard breach. We know we're going to be able to get the frags necessary to shut you down.
Young Chip going for a reinforce. Yeah,
reinforcement of the outside hatch. A very bold move, but one that could prove very useful to the defensive team.
IQ laying down.
Yeah, you see, I like this. I like this play, slowing it down, being a bit more methodical. Rather than letting yourself get picked off early in the round, you're playing it a little bit more tactically. Just trying to make sure that you get the frags where necessary.
Almost cut off as he reinforces the wall. IQ looking for him. Head spotted, and Wamai comes in with a nice peek kill. He's still being spotted, and the next one. Oh, incredible!
All around the map there.
The Beast.
3 kills for High Five, make it 4.
The Beast getting a counter pick, but getting picked off and hoping the Finka thing would boost him up. This is looking terrible for Cubix again. Oh man, it's raining hellfire on Team Bally Boys as Cubix is the last player again, trying to clutch up a 1v multiple players, not succeeding, being ran over like a dog And
It is unfortunate. You hate to see you hate to see that.
you hate to
Is
see it
when
indeed, Marlo.
when the team just descends upon you. We've all been in that situation. You're in the 1v4, you're in the
And Bally
1v5.
Boys
You can
looking.
feel it collapsing in around you, and all you can do is either fight or die. And
Bally Boys
unfortunately, the
looking
Bally
quite
Boys
lost here. No, they're throwing everything on the wall, trying to see something sticks. There doesn't seem to be any structured approach or strategy. They are just going Hail Mary, throwing themselves in there. Now opting for a fuse Amaru play, it seems, to try to just rush
Amaru is a
in.
very bold pick. Could get into the site very, very quickly, and if High5 aren't quite expecting it, it could be very useful for them. Although, I think what we're seeing here is potentially a fact that this map, unlike Chalet, is not very optimized in terms of defensive play. So there aren't as many traditional strategies that you can fall back on. It really relies on player and team creativity to find these openings. But it also means that defense can often be a little bit easier to play. But we see a very aggressive idea here: the double C4 into the reinforce.
Unfortunately,
That's what they're waiting for.
Bally Boys are going for a different approach, where they want to approach upwards. It seems.
And that is one C4 wasted.
That is very silly.
Comes in.
Yeah, Team High5 trying to defend the ground attack, but Team Bally Boys looking to take high ground in order to get some picks, maybe perhaps with the Amaru and the Cabby Boss G. We'll see how this bodes for them as they try to approach this round with maybe a different style, perhaps. Fuse coming in, taking the stairs. Maybe looking for a spot to rain Hellfire on Team High5 Boys. And
I'd like to see some utility before he gets picked off. Oh, and it looks like
never mind. He
win in that fight.
He did get the pick himself. That's a good pick on Vamai, being the annoying little fragger on Bally Boys. And Sample coming in with another fix on Tricks. This is going well for Team Bally Boys now.
These are the types of rounds that I want to see from them, taking a little bit more time in the setup.
Another
and
pick by
frags. There we go.
With plenty times on their set. Surely this is it, Marlo. This is the first win, the second win for Bally Boys on this attacking round. Boss G getting caught up close. Young Chip coming in for 1-2, dropping the diffuser. Beast coming in for the last pick on Jack, and one more by Young Chip, perhaps on Young Chip, perhaps to try to seal this round.
The tables have turned. It was a 1v3 for Bandit to try and defend, and unfortunately, with the diffuser next to him, he was gonna get pushed from both sides. It was just a matter of time.
LMG Fuse was the answer, after all, to all these troubles that Bally Boys have been facing, securing the second round, meaning that we will not see a similar scoreboard to last round. At least Bally Boys have 2 wins on their side, and now they are switched over to defense. We will see how they bode, how it bodes for them on defense.
Certainly, we don't move closer to match point. Bally Boys sealing the victory for 2 rounds on attack and losing 4 rounds on attack. However, attack can be very difficult on an unfamiliar map. And again, I want to stress Nighthaven is one of the newer maps in the competitive map pool. And so could be seen as slightly defender-sided. So we're hoping the Bally Boys can secure this first round if they want to stay in this competition. They're going to need to.
Pulse coming in on Team Bally Boys defense. We'll see if they go for a sort of information strat.
Yeah. This is the first time we see a Pulse all day, and an interesting spot under the
it. He is prepped. He is very ready to face an earthquake, ladies and gentlemen. He is.
He watched the safety briefing.
He did indeed. Desmos.
His Desmos
on Tricks
in map 1. We'll see if Desmos proves disruptive in round 2. You see on his HUD, he knows all of the defenders, but he just needs to pick who is going to be detected.
Will Desmos dismantle the enemy team, or will this round be his demise? Sample putting the incredible pick.
From the smoke.
Incredible pick before the breach is open.
On the breach. Very nice. Very nice pick from there.
Quick peek coming in from Sample. He's feeling himself quite surely, but he needs
that was a fantastic first pick, but I want to see Bally Boys sit back a little bit, let the picks come to them. Don't over-aggress here. Obviously, Smoke was down, but Doc helping him out, getting him back up to full HP.
I need a quick. I need a healing by Smokes. Get him back into the game. Maybe this Desmos tag thing will change the game for Team High Five.
Desmos did detect Pulse. He had to get out from under the counter. No longer as safe from the earthquakes as he once was.
A taste of your medicine, Pulse. You have been spotted, and now you need to rechange position. They are still holding their position. It's a game of chicken. We'll see who peeks first and gets the fake Pulse backing off from the fight. Desmos stalking him very slowly. This is very creepy, I would say.
Certainly. Desmos is a little bit of a creep. He does watch them and follow them around the map, and he gets the kill on the Pulse. Pulse is no longer the one watching. He is the one who is watched. Desmos backing up and thinking about who he might want to target next.
Slippy throwing in a sexual orientation accusation on the enemy team after throwing in a poor hygiene accusation last round. We'll see if this trash talk can help them a bit against this attack, and leg spotted by Jack, but no
the
pick.
EMP grenades coming out,
Strix.
And a pick onto Bally Boys.
Bally Boys are
3v4 now.
facing trouble here as time ticks down. It doesn't seem they have a clear way of getting in there. Quick peek with a shotgun by Sample. Gets another pick.
That was very, very nice from Simple.
Getting the ball.
Waiting
NK.
for the castle barricade to drop down before pushing out.
And NK, let's see how this resolves the 2v2 right now. There's a plan by Womai.
1v1.
It's not Womai, it's a Thatcher getting a pick.
Trades coming out.
NK gets the plant down.
2v1, sorry. My
Debase having...
The was going down, yes.
We'll see if he can get the pick here. This will be very crucial. He's got 35 seconds to stop this defuse. Probably less with the defusing time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Doc with the MP5 is going to be able to do this.
And he is going for reposition, it seems.
Certainly, Doc has to get aggressive here. He has to get the picks in order to get this down. There's no way they're going to be allowed to take that.
Peeks left side, and it is the right side that NK peeks from his perspective. Nice try by the Beast to pull back that round, but I don't know, Marlo. This is looking quite dire for Team Bally Boys.
Yeah,
High Five being 2 wins away from a win.
Bally Boys were looking very confident there after getting that first pick on the breaching team. They could have potentially sat back and tried to relax, hold their angles, hold the objective. They decided to get a little bit more aggressive and paid the price, with High Five managing to complete the round.
I don't know. The pulse being picked up by Desmos was unfortunate, but he was traded off, that Desmos, by someone else. Yet it was not enough for Team Bally Boys to hold their position on defense, and it came down to a very difficult 2v1 for the Beast.
Certainly, and we're going to see a new round coming out. What you have to do if you're in this position as a Bally Boy, or even if you're on Team High Five, you've got to make sure that you don't let previous rounds affect how you play in the next rounds. If you allow yourself to tilt, you're only going to underperform your potential. So what I want to see is Bally Boys pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and hold it down this round. They did a stellar job in the beginning, holding High Five off, but they just allowed themselves to get a little bit too relaxed and started playing a little too aggressive.
If there would be a time to lock in, it is right now as Team High Five initiate the attack. C4 put in on the stairs.
But being kicked off by the Desmos, saving their teammate. What an incredible play by Desmos. That could have saved the round right there.
Factor seeming to have trouble-free entry here. Unless Cade has managed to cheat. No, Cade is not in no position to be cheating. And
yep, no Cade defense there. That is unfortunate. The wall is open.
That's what's playing tough on the high gun. Jack getting a first break. With response from Sample. 4v4. Being very, very, very confident with Sample.
Crazy play. Oh,
Young
we see another pick from
him down. Unfortunate by Sample. Poor Sample. It is currently a
Couple unhappy
3v4.
with his audio. He should probably check out a new headset brand. Unfortunately, we do not have a sponsor yet for any headsets, so if you would like to get in contact with us, please do.
Young Chip getting the second pick of the game, helping High Five close in the 7th round. On ooh, cheeky pick by VW on that Thatcher. It seems the breaching team have taken their kills and are about to secure this win for High Five.
What do you say about to secure it, but Cade comes in and gets a kill, and that's the diffuser on the ground. Is Cade going to be able to keep that diffuser defended?
Desmos having the target on him is very brutal. There's a little bee in your ear and it is buzzing, and you need to do something about it.
Certainly, that audio, if there's ever a time to complain about the audio, it's there. And Desmos comes in and gets his pick. That is going to be another round for High Five. And we are looking at round 9, and I believe we're looking at potential match point. Yes, we are. If High Five are able to convert this final round, that will seal their victory this week. Moving up in the ranks from a draw last week to a victory this week would be stellar for them, but there is still a need for Bally Boys to try and stay in this match. A loss is going to really affect their standing in the scoreboard so far. If they're able to come out with a draw, that would be much better for them.
5 in a row doesn't seem too difficult, but with the current, the consistent performance of High Five, outplaying Bally Boys on these rounds, I doubt it is very likely that Bally Boys can pull this back.
Well, I'm excited to see the Caveira pick this round. That could allow for a bit more of a roaming playstyle for one of Bally Boys. And if they're able to convert that into an interrogation rather than just the down and kill that they did last time in the last match, that could spell a completely different endgame than what we're currently expecting. The trajectory at the moment is that High Five will win this round, but we still want to see a good performance from Bally Boys to defend.
This is when Bally Boys lock in. This is where they wake up. They understand how to play this round against the typical Desmos Thatcher, and with the double Electric Boys on their side, perhaps they can lock down a site. Perhaps they could trick it up and prevent High Five from getting too much ground on this attack. There is a very cheeky angle onto site, spotted by a player on Bally Boys. Straight into site, straight into bomb, trying to get a pick. But
yeah, this upside down window play can be very deadly, but tough to play. Buck looks like he's backing out, doesn't want any more of that.
Back up, Bucko. Let's see what Bally Boys will respond against this Desmos.
Desmos spots the Legion on his drone and then throws out his own drone to track him.
Closer than expected, we'll see this duel ensue as Legion sort of stuck in a position. Caveira being down.
Caveira's down themselves. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get the kill, but Buck gets the final shot on it.
And the Desmos kill. It's not a Desmos kill. It's Inke getting the kill on Sample, being the Desmos target. But this is looking
the information that Desmos was able to provide for his teammates was able to help him get that kill secured.
The Beast responding back with a kill, 3v4. This is still possible for Bally Boys. They should not give up.
Certainly not. This is where you've got to hold the position, hold down the site. You really need to fall
Inke
back on
getting
your
the
setup.
clutch player Kupix down is not good news for Team Bally Boys as round 8, right, 9, I believe.
Indeed.
Inke spotted by the Beast, getting a pick off 2v3 again.
The frag self-heal coming out, but Desmos is now targeting Doc. Doc is going to have to keep moving.
Does he have a cure for this malaria? And no, he does not. High Five securing the W. Ladies and gentlemen.
Unfortunate for Bally Boys, but High Five are certainly happy to see that.
GG.
And we will see a High Five victory.
Incredible.
After winning Chalet very comprehensively, and then another dominant